now listening to It's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts. The Big of Facts. It's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts Show. Big of Facts. It's the Big of Facts Show. Hey, it's the Big of Facts Show. Hey, it's the Big of Facts. The Big of Facts. Lady Flanagan. It's the Big of Facts Show. Hey, it's the Big of Facts Show. Come on, it's the Big of Facts. It's the Big of Facts. It's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts Show. Come on, it's the Big of Facts Show. It's the Big of Facts. The Big of Facts. It's the Big of Facts Show. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I know what it is. Come on, come on. Big of Facts. Lisa Flanagan. Now tuned
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Lady Flanagan with Bigger Facts. I'm going to give a little time for everyone to come on. Hello, Treese, my sister Treese. I'm glad that you're here. I can't wait to see you and meet you in person. I'm really looking forward to that. Wow, my son is here. Thomas Coker, how are you, my son? I am so happy that you are able to join me today. I'm going to give a few more moments for people to come on. I'm wonderful, sir. I'm wonderful. I'm going to give a few more moments for everyone to come on. I'm just so excited about the topic that we have today. I want everyone to please share. Please share. I can't wait to get started. Oh my goodness. Hello, my cousin. How are you? My cousin Angie is on. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Wow. Wow. I love everyone. I hope you all enjoy this show this evening. This is going to be so awesome. Very, very awesome. I'm excited. And I hope you guys are excited with me. So yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Trees. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All the way from North Carolina, huh? Well, soon, hopefully, we'll be able to plan a trip to come up there because I do like certain parts of. I love Myrtle Beach, so maybe you'll have to just meet me there, and we just spend time at the beach. So maybe, hopefully, 2022. We'll see. Yeah, so a few more moments, few more moments. I want everyone to please share. This is going to be an exciting show tonight. I'm very excited about all of this. So hopefully one more minute, I guess, and we'll see, everyone who. Thank you, my son. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my son. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate it. Wow. Wow. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. Wow. So, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, everyone that's here today. It is September 27th, 2021. I am your host, Lady Lisa Flanagan, with Bigger Facts, sponsored by Futures World, a residential commercial cleaning company. Call for your free estimates or email us and we'll get right out to you. You can find those flyers on my page. You can find it also. We have a web page for it as well, Futures World. So look us up. Oh wow, Trees 50. Just celebrate my 50th. Wow, happy belated. Yes. Welcome to the 50s club. So yes, yes, yes. I am so excited today. Whew. First and foremost, I have to thank my husband who is my rock. And of course, I am his rib. So yes, I'm excited about that. So I love him so much. He supports me in all that I do, all that we come together with so many great ideas. God has given us wisdom and knowledge on so many things that I am actually excited about a lot of upcoming events that we have planned. And hopefully you all will be able to join us with that as well. So with that being said, of course, we got the book. and I hope that I hope that we can you guys are able to come out with us October 9th to celebrate his book signing. This is the first book release. I hope a lot of you will be able to join me. The information is going to be on my webpage, where, the time, the location. So please try to join us. And if you can't join us on October the 9th, what you can do is send me your information, and I can have my husband to send you a signed, autographed copy of the book. 21 days until it happens. It's a powerful book. I love this book. It will change your life. Trust me, it will. It will help you manage some things in your life that you probably thought was impossible to manage. I promise you that. You will love the book. Definitely. So with that being said, please join us October 9th. You can find the information on my page. It's also on my husband's page, Apostle Danny Flanagan Jr. You'll be able to see it on his page as well. So, whew, I love that. I can't wait. I can't wait till you guys get the book as well, because you're going to really, really enjoy the book. So, with that being said, so what we're going to talk about today is trapped. Living in the trap. How many of you ever felt like you were trapped in a situation that you cannot get out of? There are so many things that you can be trapped in as far as relationship. You can even have yourself trapped. You can be trapped on a job. You can be trapped in, it's so many things that you can be trapped in with the situations that's going on in your life. And some people don't even want to discuss what's going on in their life. So, with that being said, I really want to be able to discuss this, because the females that I have spoken to, there are some men that I've talked to, and everyone they're in situations that they want to get out of, but don't know how, because they don't want to hurt anyone. They don't want to, just walk out and leave that person stranded, because that's how they feel. So they feel like they're stuck. Even people who are engaged that I know, they feel like they thought that's what they wanted, but it came to them that it's not what they really want. They don't want to be in this relationship anymore, but don't know how to tell the person. And it's sad, because that can be a really, really uncomfortable situation, and I feel like, the honesty with everyone, if you just, because the damage is going to hurt more later. The more and more you keep this lingering, that person's going to hurt more later. So no matter what the situation is, you should never feel like you can't get out of it. The person has to understand that if it's not working for you, don't make me feel like I have to stay in it because of your feelings only. It has to be two ways. Each person has to want what's going on. Women, I've listened to them and I've spoken with them, and it's like I'm trapped somewhere between wanting to forget and wanting to hold on. They don't know which direction to go. They know it's a toxic situation, but some people hope that it gets better. They hope that it gets better. Hello, my friend Joe. I see you. Thank you for joining me today. I want women and men to understand that there's always a way out. Stop thinking that there's no way out, because it is. I know someone's going to be hurt in the process, but you have to be the one to be the bigger person, especially if it's what you want. No one should make you feel like you're obligated to stay into a relationship or anything that you no longer want. What's going to happen is you're going to continue to stay in something and be unhappy and start making decisions that's not going to be fair to that person. It's not cool. That's something you just don't want to do. You have to stop thinking that there's no way out of your current situation. And our hearts make us, and sometimes the heart, it will never heal if you don't start the process of letting go. So it's sad, but I don't want you to confuse a season for a lifetime. if that makes sense. You know, even your trials have an expiration date. So you will grow, life will change, and things will work out. But you have to believe that. And I know some people have told me they're afraid to leave. They are afraid to get out of the situation because they don't know. Hello, my husband is here. Good evening, my life. How are you, my future? You are doing a great job. Love you. Oh, my baby, I love you too. He is my life. I mean, he is truly my life. He is the love of my life. If you've never experienced love, trust me, like me, this is it. It's amazing. I'm so speechless. I can't even begin to comment on it for you. But going forward, you know, speaking to, you know, men and women who want to be out of situations that they're afraid to get out of. They don't want the retaliation because they're no longer happy. You have to let people, you know, you have to be able to separate. If a person, you can't force a person to stay in something with you. You just can't. My sister, that's how I thought it was a test. Wow. And there are people who think like that. And it's a lot of us out here that feels like, hey, we can overcome this. We can also do this. We can also, you know, it'll get better. And it doesn't. Sometimes in some situations, it doesn't get better. You have abusive verbal relationships that people want out. I'm not saying it's physical, but you have the verbal, and that hurts just as much as the physical. And a lot of people don't understand. Hi, Mom. How are you? My mom is on here. Hello. I love you, Mom. Happy belated birthday. She had such a wonderful birthday. She really did. And I really love my mom. I really enjoy her. So going forward, I just really want the people that I have spoken to, and I hope that they are on here tonight. Hi, Gracie, my friend. My bestie is on here. One of my besties on here, Gracie Brown. How are you? Love you. Miss you. I just really want people to feel like, you know, they feel as if they leave or put the person out, the person will come back. The person will. But so what do you do? But you have to talk to the person. You just can't let months and years continue to go on, and this person is assuming that everything is great. You can't do that. Hello, my brother. My brother Joe is on the line. Thank you for joining. But I want you to understand that there is a way out. It's always a way out. You know, so some women feel like they need someone to talk to. Men need someone to talk to, but sometimes men pride, it gets in the way. So they will talk to their boys, but they don't want to seem like, hey, I'm the man. I can handle all situations. I would never be put in a situation, you know, where it's though I can't get out of or I can't handle. But there are men out here who are going through the same thing. It's not just us women, it's the men. And they need someone to talk to too, without someone putting them down and making them feel as if their feelings or emotions doesn't matter, because it does. They just don't know how to express it, because sometimes, like I said, it's pride. It's pride. You know, some women tell me they find themselves stuck between, you know, they really want to talk to you, but they don't want to annoy you. They feel like if they express themselves, then you're going to say they're nagging. So they can't talk, but then they trapped and everything is just bottled up inside and they can't release anything. Can you imagine what that feels like? That you're sitting at home when he leaves for work, you're crying, you're upset because you can't talk to him. And then you go try to talk to your friends, and you have to be careful with them too, because some friends don't give you the best advice. They don't. Girl, if it was me, I would do this. Girl, I could not do. Don't let other people who, especially if they're not married or not in a relationship, stop getting advice from people who have not been through anything. Some people's hearts are so hardened, or they try to pretend like it's hard, like nothing affects them. But it does. It affects them too. They just don't want you to know that. So they always like, you know, Pastor Coker, right, there is a way out in marriage. Wow. So there is, but you have to go about everything the right way. Exactly, Mom. It's not gender related. It affects men and women. Absolutely. Yes, and my cousin Angie, you're employing with Yes, 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 so true. But I need you to understand those who are going through it, people who are going through these things. You have to understand. You have to come out. You have to come out. Hey, my sister Tanya is on the line. Hello, my sister. I love you and I miss you. We haven't talked in a couple of weeks, but I'm sorry. I've been busy, but I love you. But I promise to contact you and call you. I promise. You're so right, my sister. Communication is key in a relationship, which is so true, which is definitely true. So we have to be able to communicate. It's sad that if you cannot communicate in your relationship, it's sad that you keep all your feelings and emotions bottled up because you don't want to nag that person or you don't want to make that person angry. So, and then you don't know how to get out from the embarrassment. You go out on dates, it's embarrassment there. He don't know how to talk to you. She don't know how to talk to you. It's like you want, and no one wants to be embarrassed in public. You're yelling, you're shouting. Come on. I don't do public displays. I will wait till I get home to do my yelling and shouting. But for me, I don't have that problem. And I'm not saying that I won't have that problem, but I don't have that problem. We listen to one another. We communicate very well. I listen to my husband. He listens to me. We both come together. And if we don't agree, guess what? We separate and come back. And we will revisit that conversation. You have to. My friend Tawana, hello, my sister. And she said, and misery loves company. Sometimes people want to bring you down and without anyone if they're in the same boat. Exactly. And you can have a bunch of girlfriends and a guy friends, their relationship not going well, so you go to them. Her relationship not going well, so you go to her. And then y'all become toxic for one another in a whole big circle that now here you all are. Oh my gosh, girl, yes, he couldn't do that to me. Oh my goodness, girl, mine did this. And y'all sharing all these horrible stories. And where is it going to get you? And you go right back home to this person. And the next day you keep playing the same thing over and over. Sometimes you just have to take a break. You breathe. No one can force you to be with them. No one can say, oh, you going to stay with me because if I can't have you. And it's sad because there are people out here who will say those things. And don't take it lightly. Please don't take that lightly because there are some people and there have been relationships out here where it ended badly on both ends, that they are no longer here. And I know someone like that it happened. My son, so it means communication is power, tools for marriage and foundation, Mom. Absolutely, absolutely. My husband, communication is not only a key, but it's the fabric of the relationship. Absolutely, absolutely. But you have to be able to communicate, even if the other party say, hey, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to go to counseling. I don't feel like going through this. Ain't nobody going to tell me how to be in my relationship. Nobody going to tell me how I should be running in my relationship. This is my marriage, my relationship. I'm going to do it the way I see fit. That is going to be a major problem for you. It is. It's going to be a major problem. So what do you do? What do you do? Do you continue to love on this person or do you stay in it and continue to be abused? Debbie Jones, how are you? She says we have to have more love and compassion for each other. We also need to compromise with one another. Absolutely. That is so true. But you have, like she said, you have to be willing to compromise. Now, if you marry a person that was already like this, controlling, trying to tell you what to do, how you should do it, then you kind of set yourself up because there is no reason for you to have married someone and you knew it was going to be toxic. It was toxic before you married them. And marriage is not going to change anyone. Women used to think, some young females that I knew used to think having a baby will hold on to a man. No, none of these things will hold on to anyone. You have to communicate. You have to talk about it. Even if he don't want to hear it, you still have to talk about it. And don't go telling your business to everyone who wants to listen. And the worst thing that a lot of us do is post it on social media. And where is that going to get you? Where is it going to get you? To post everything on social media. For everyone to comment, everyone to be in your business. Keep the world out of your business. Fix your issues. Try, if he don't want to go to, you go to counseling. You go to counseling without him. And hopefully he'll come. hopefully he will come. You never know. If he really wants to save what he had, or she, they will come. And mom says, if you can't communicate, then you bring it in a third party. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, you have to be very, very careful with the people, the persons, the woman, whomever. You have to be careful what you set yourself up for in life, because once you say I do, it's very, very difficult to get out of that. And some people will hold on just because they are ashamed or embarrassed because other people knew it wasn't going to work in the first place, and they tried to tell you. They tried to tell you. Absolutely. Thank you, Angelia, my sister. Great topic, First Lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My husband, what about the moments where you marry the representative and then the real person shows up? Oh, my God. We can talk about that all night. I think we need to take time to prove the relationship or the individual before we commit. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we do. I agree with that 100%, because there are so many representatives out here, and before you know it, you think you found the one, you think he's the greatest thing ever, and then sometimes you think he's the greatest because of what you've been through in the past, and he's just a tad bit different. He's just going to show you he's just a tad bit different, but he's not the greatest. He's still lined up in that category, or she's still lined up in that category. You have to know the person that you're dating. Give it time. Don't rush, because if you rush, you will marry the representative. You really will. And that will be the worst mistake that you can make, because you can't change him. My sister Trees, how do you know if it's a test or if it's just self? I waited and I waited because I didn't want to be in. You are a woman of God. Listen for the voice. Don't let anyone, girl, give it a try. Do that. Listen and hear the voice of God. Because if God put it together, it's going to be right. Don't let anyone, or yourself that matter, put it together. Because you will not get the results that you're looking for. And no one wants to continue to go through failed marriages. Wait. If God hasn't given him to you yet, wait. Don't go looking. Don't go searching. He will come to you. You don't have to go searching for a man. You don't have to propose to a man. And I know women who's given men ultimatums to marry them. You can't give a man an ultimatum to marry you. That's insane. Don't do it. Just wait. Hear what God has to say and just wait. My cousin, godly counsel is absolutely. Absolutely. And if your man does not want to go to counseling, you may want to rethink him. I'm just saying, in some situations that I know, some men don't want to go to counseling because they don't want no one to tell them what they should and should not be doing. They don't. My brother, what if the relationship is toxic anyway? If the relationship started off toxic and you stayed in it, you're glutton for punishment. You are. You're sitting here and you know it's the wrong. You know that you have no business with that person, but you still stay. And then you have to ask yourself, what are you really getting out of it? If it's that bad or if it's toxic, what are you getting out of it? What are you going to miss if that person is gone? The arguments, the fussing, the fighting, the cursing. What are you going to really miss? And these are things you have to evaluate in your relationship. If I let this person go today, what am I going to miss? He's abusive. He calls me out my name. He don't care what he says to me. He don't care how I feel. He's never home. He come in and out when he feel like it. He don't eat my cooking anymore. He picks up meals out after work at the bars, wherever he hangs out at. So what are you going to really miss? I'm not telling anyone that. And you're right, Debbie, you're right. That's why that is very important. Counseling before marriage is a great, absolutely. Because you have to know the person that you're with. You do. My husband, I think you have to look at the fruit, sis. Telling the sisters, okay, Trees, is the one person adding to you, subtracting from you. Your mate should be pushing you in a direction that is fulfilling. Absolutely. I love that. That is so, so true. I love that. But we all have to, and my mom, she says, there is a reason you date. Yes, is not for a free meal or overnight encounter, but it's for you to learn and grow with one another. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, it's going to take more than a couple of dates to know a person. I don't care what he has, what he drives. It's going to take more than money, material things for this man to show you that maybe he can pay for some things, maybe pay a couple of bills, but how is he going to treat you at the end, in the midst of it all? Is he going to feel like you are his slave? He can tell you what to do because he paid all the bills. And there are some relationships that I know that is like that, because he does everything. He takes care of everything. So guess what? Only thing you need to do is just make sure my meal is on the table when I get home, and I'll let you know when I'm on my way. Come on. No. Females too. They hang out. They don't want to come home. Husband work at night. She out at night. Does that make sense? No, it does not. Your husband is out there working a job for the family. So he gets home 7 a.m. But guess where you are? You out with your girls at the bar. You out with your girls at the club. I'm not saying you can't go out once in a while with your friends, but come on, keep it respectful. Stay respectful to your husband. Don't think that your girls, because your girls are single. And that's the problem. It's a lot of married women and men who hang with the singles. And then you get caught up. You get caught up and you're going to be like, wow, I wish I would have waited. I wish I could. And guess what? The best thing that could have ever happened to you is right there waiting at home for you. Stop getting caught up on looks. Stop getting caught up on how he's doing, how he's living, how she's living. Stop getting caught up with the hype, because that's what it is. Until that mask comes off and you really see what you have. And some people have left their relationships for that representative, thinking it was going to be great. And what do? You come back, and next thing you know, you're begging her to take you back. How did you and Pastor meet and date, if you don't mind me asking? My husband, when I met Apostle at the mall, as he would tell it, he finessed me. So I let him have that. So, so he finessed me. We exchanged numbers. We talked for a while. We got to know each other. I didn't even know he was a pastor, because when his voice came over the phone, I was like, what's up with that voice? He said, oh, that's my pastor's voice. So I said, oh, okay. But I knew what I asked God for. I asked God for a man of God, but not knowing I was going to get the man of God, So, and, he was smooth, debonair, I was like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, I like this. So, but he was awesome, and he hasn't changed. He's still the same man that I met 3 years ago. The same. He has not changed. Everything about him, his heart, everything. He is still the same man. And I love him so much for staying the same. The representative, if there wasn't one, he was true to himself. I can't even begin to tell you. He was just honestly that man. And I'm so thankful that God brought him to me, that he found me. I'm grateful for that. So yes, I hope that answered your question. So my husband, so does being trapped suggest people are simply staying in a toxic relationship because of the kids or the economy? There are some people who are only in the relationship for the sake of the kids. And that's true. And I was always wondering, why do people stay just for the kids' sake, knowing they can't stand one another? They one sleeping in the basement, one sleeping upstairs, and they can't stand each other. Do you not believe that the kids feel the vibe? The kids feel the vibe. Don't ever think the kids don't know what's going on. I'm serious, because they listen and they, really, honey? Yes, my swag girl. I was charming. We can talk about that in depth when we come together. Absolutely. Yes, we will do a show with us together to discuss that topic. Yes, baby. Yes, I did. I hit the jackpot. Yes, I did. Hold up. Wait a minute. No, he hit the jackpot. So, okay, I was just joking. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Trees, the swag. But honestly speaking, Debbie Jones, mental abuse is the absolute worst. Yes, it is. And some people know that they can play on people's emotions. They know they can, and they know how far to go. And when you're ready to walk out that door, guess what? They will always do something to reel you back in, because they don't really want you to go anywhere, but they want to have their fun and do whatever they want until they say, okay, the grass isn't greener on the other side out here. So guess what? I'm going to stay put. After they put you through all the chaos, they decide to stay put. And what we do, we let them. We do. Some women, we are so forgiving. We are very forgiving creatures. We are. Now, would a man be that forgiving if the shoe was on the other foot? Would he? I don't know. Some will, but there's enough men out here that will not be as forgiving, because you know why? Because they're very visual creatures. They're visual. Anything that you do, your talk, your laugh, your smile at another guy, all that is going to be up here in their head. Oh, is that how you was talking to him? Oh, is that how he was looking at you? He made you laugh the way I made you laugh. You know, this is what's going to come out. But us, we want to know, okay, I don't know why I did it, babe. Well, tell me, what led you to do this to me? I do everything for you. Babe, I don't know. I was caught up in the moment. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Please take me back. Don't let us go. We've been together for 20 years. Don't let this be the end of us. This is what we will do. We will get that. Now, if we go to our man and say, baby, let me explain. It wasn't, I don't know what happened. I mean, you know, you can say the same lines that they say, and guess what? They're going to look at you like with their head, like your head is twisted. But see, they can't accept what they do. They look at us and like, wait a minute. This is not going to happen to me. No, I can't forgive her. Thanks for that, bro. I just wanted to love her and see her happy. Thank you, baby. My brother told my my husband that he thanked him. You know, he never seen me so happy. And it's true. I have never been this happy. I'm going to be honest. I have not. But yes, I just want everyone to know, you know, there is a way out. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't. Because it's, to me, relationships, it's supposed to be like an open window, an open door. It's just the air is circling through. Everything is great. Everything is, everything is just like, wow, I love this person. And I know with this window and door open, they're not going anywhere because they know what they have right here. That's the thing. You have to have that trust. You have to build that trust. We go in with open arms, open heart, just because we want to be loved so much. We want to be loved. We want people to just, okay, you're the one. And how many women have heard, oh, I know I'm going to marry you. God told me, he showed me I'm that one. You hear it all the time. And some women will fall to that. They will fall to that. And guess what will happen? They get heartbroken because they realize he was a joke. And so females too, they would do it too. They would do it to you too. They would feel like, we okay, come on. It's okay. I love you. I want you. I need you. Stop it. Stop it. And I would never understand when you lose yourself. Stop losing yourself in relationships that you cannot function in. Find your own identity. Your husband, he's out here working. You should not be following him everywhere he goes. I know relationships like that. Follow the man everywhere he goes, including his job. Where's your job? Where's your identity? Find your identity and help bring to the table with your husband. Come together. Don't just rely on him to do everything and you're fussing and arguing because he's not doing enough. Okay, but you can help. If you really want this relationship and want to be with this guy, be with him and help. Stop putting it all on him, because now in today's world, it's very difficult for our black men to come out here and get the jobs that they really want. It's difficult. I'm not saying all cases. I mean, if you go to school to be a doctor, a lawyer, I get it. But 9 times out of 10, there's a lot of men out here who are not trying to be lawyers and doctors, but they're trying to take care of their home. And there's a lot of people out here with salaries that can't take care of the home by themselves. So this is when we come in, ladies. We are helpmeets. Let's help our husbands. Don't down him. Don't make him feel less. Come on. And then he's going to feel like he's stuck. He's not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy at all. What my husband say, they so stuck under their man, the picture is in the man's driver. Okay, but we do know women like this. I'm serious, and I'm not making it. We can't make this up. We know women who goes to work with their husbands, and they stay with him until the time that he gets off because of the type of job it is. He may be a delivery guy, delivering, driving a truck, doing this, but you're right there. Instead of you're being at home sleep, getting ready for your own job the next day. You should be out here working too. Come on. This is why you wake up together, you go to work together. Where's the space? Because eventually someone's going to get tired. And they're not going to be able to tell you. They're not going to be able to tell you what's going on because they don't want to hurt you. But you have to wake up. Come on. You have to. Absolutely, Debbie. Teamwork makes the dream work. There's strength and unity. Absolutely. But the women and men, come on. You can't follow your girl to work. You can't see if her car is parked around the corner to see where she is. You have people who are sitting up here keeping tabs on your phones. Come on. You feel like you're stuck. You're trapped. You can't breathe. You can't move. Come on. Stop it. We can't have this. This is not a healthy relationship. It's not. Every relationship, there comes a point when the damage is too much. And no matter how good it was once, come on, the memories can't sustain you. You have to save yourself, knowing all the while it hurts. It hurts like, you know what the word I want to use, but I can't. Because you can't keep giving someone everything and getting nothing in return. You can't. You're giving, and you're not getting anything in return. Stop staying trapped. Stop staying stuck. Come on. You have to bust out that shell. You have to come out strong. You have to sit the person down and say, look, enough is enough. You can threaten me. You can do this. You can do that. But guess what? Anything that you do to me, guess what? You won't have me either. You won't have me either. That's why women are afraid that when they break up, or men, they break up with you, they can't start dating until like another year or two because they're afraid that you're going to show up. Because it happens. You have people who become stalkers, and guess what? You start dating right after you break her up with her, or him, guess what they're going to say? Oh, you was dealing with this person the whole entire time. And you weren't. You weren't. Sometimes your feelings inside is like, it's enough, I'm done. But you don't know how to walk away because you're afraid. You are afraid. You have to give yourself some time. Just don't jump in relationship after relationship. Slow down. Think. If you want to get married, if you want the man of your dreams, wait for God. Wait on him. Do not keep making your own decisions and thinking that, oh my gosh, he said I'm the one. He said, you hear that a lot. And I know women who had her, my sister, everyone needs some me time. Absolutely. You do need some me time. But what do you do when the women get upset because you want that me time? Or the man get upset. Oh, you going to go where? Oh, you going to what? Come on. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Work together, help each other to grow into an amazing relationship with trust, loyalty, and love. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're not ready to trust, if you're not ready to open up your heart, just stand still, because you will damage your own relationship. What God has for you, you will damage it before it hit the front door, because you're so stuck in where you were, and you put every man or woman in that same category because you can't let go of the past. You can't. So my advice is, to me, I would say continue to date. Just date 6 months. I mean, if a man or a woman continue to play the game in 6 to 7 months to a year, I mean, goodness, is it that serious? Is it really that deep to continue to play with people's hearts, their minds? I mean, come on, just stop. Let's just breathe for a moment. If you're dating someone right now, just take your time. Take your time. It's no rush because you want to get it right. You want to make sure it's right. Don't go chasing him. Let him chase you. You want to show him that you're there, but don't go out there looking for the man you want to marry. Let that man come to you. Let him come to you. My husband, is there a me time rule? Women help educate us men. If playing Xbox or watching sports for a few hours too much? Absolutely not. My husband, his time out, his time away from me, his me time is going in the basement to play the PlayStation or looking at his football game because he know I'm not going to stand down there and watch him go crazy and yelling at the TV. So yeah, I mean that's his me time. If one of the other pastors was to invite him out to dinner or something like that and he wants to go, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. And women, men and women, you have to be able to give them that time. They come home. They are awesome husbands. They do everything they're supposed to do. They treat you like the queen that you are. You're treating him like the queen that he is. It's nothing wrong with him taking a step out. I mean, if he started doing it every night, then that may be a problem. But me time, is nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that to me. I don't know if people have trust issues down the line. Something could have came up. I don't know. And maybe you feel like, he can't go anywhere. He know what happened last time he went out. There are people out there who have, and we forgiven, men and women forgiven, but they still have a hard time trusting. And it's going to take some time. So you have work to do. If you're one of those people, you have work to do. You have to show them like, hey, I messed up one time or two times, but guess what? We've been together for 10 years. I'm not letting him go. Yes, I want to get her trust back. I'm going to get her trust back. And that's what you do. You earn her trust. She has to earn his trust. You have to. You can't keep throwing it back up in their face every time you turn around. You can't keep sitting up here and saying, well, why did you do this? Well, a year ago you did. Okay, you have to let it go. If you've forgiven him, you've forgiven him. Don't sit up here and keep throwing it in a person's face, because then you're going to get a comment that you're going to hate, and then you're going to be upset. If they're trying, let them try. If you're forgiving, you have to understand, if you forgive a person, stop with all the old comments. Stop with bringing up the past. Forgive them. If you're looking to stay in it, forgive them. Because if you can't forgive them, only thing that's going to happen is that eventually they're going to walk away, because they're trying to do everything. Okay, Shanita, should couples have a curfew or a set time to be in the house when out with your friends? That is a great question. Very good question. Now, Apostle going out? Let me think. I don't see my husband. See, to me, I think for me, a respectful person would know what to do when they have a wife or a husband at home. I shouldn't have to tell my husband, hey, you better be back in here at 10 o'clock tonight. You know what is respectable for your wife. Treat me the way I treat you. Love on me the way I love on you. If you think you can say that to me, only my husband. Trust is so vital important in a relationship. No trust, no relationship. It remains me. Absolutely, Debbie. I agree with you 100%. I do. I agree with you 100%. You have to see. What do you say? Not me. I want to be home. That's so. It's so hilarious because my husband, he loves coming home, and I love the fact that I have a man that loves coming home. He don't feel like, I gotta stop off. And I've met people who feel like they just don't want to go home. I've worked with people who would sit in that office all night long just because they don't want to go home. People who pull up in the driveway still on their cell phones or just sitting there listening to music because they don't want to go in the house, because they feel trapped, because they want out but don't know how to tell you that they want out. They don't, and it's sad, but It's a real thing, and it's true things that happens. It happens all the time. So only thing I can say is that at this point, just always be honest, talk about it, communicate, talk about the love that you know, how you feel. Because and don't wait until the feelings or the emotions is like really like ready to, you just ready to go. Talk about it before it get to that point to see what can be changed. Talk about that. Don't just sit there and just say, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just don't want to go in here." It's been like, what? You've been feeling like this for what, 6, 7, maybe a year. You've been feeling like this and never discussed it with the person. You didn't discuss it with him, and he didn't discuss it with you. You have to be able to communicate that. Tell them early why there's still love in the air. Tell them early how you're feeling. You know, you have to. Because if you don't, you're going to lose out, because now you done had enough and now you don't want it. And they look like, huh? You didn't tell me this before. I didn't know you was feeling like this. I thought everything was great, because you failed to communicate. You have to. And if they don't want to go to counseling, if there's no fixing it, if there's no... I'm sorry. Okay. My husband... I have nothing to say. I'm good. I have nothing. All I can do is just laugh at him. I'm sorry. That after 9 p.m. the locks will be wow. She said the locks will be changed. Oh my gosh. Okay. I get it. And some women do feel like that, because you should be home at a respectable time. You should be. So it means that forgiveness should go together with love and in every marriage. Absolutely. Really, Shanita. But before you make that decision to leave, make sure that it's really what you want. The best decision for you. The dating arena is horrible. It's not greener on the other side. Yes. And you and I had numerous of conversations about the grass being greener on the other side. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there are some horror stories out there. Stop thinking what you have at home. You can communicate and have what you want at home. All you have to do is talk about it. Tell her what you like. Tell him what you like. Talk about it. Don't just go out here and start searching and seeking and then get yourself caught up in some trouble. Stay away from the trouble. Keep your mind clear. Keep it clean. That way, when you go to your significant other, your mind is not already made up that I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go have this conversation. But for real, I hope she say, "Oh, it turned into an argument so I can go." That's a worse, messy situation. Don't put yourself in those situations like that. I would never expect any man or woman to sit up here and play those childish games. Don't do it. It's wrong, and it will always be wrong in my eyes. Excuse me. Sorry, had to take a drink. But just know, everyone think about the situations that you're in. If you love the person, I don't care if the relationship got comfortable. Guess what? You can still create it into what you want. It's never too late. If you love that person, it will never be too late for you to fix what's going on in your relationship. All you have to do is talk about it, have a few date nights, bring it back. Remember how you got him. Remember how you got her. It's never too late to fix anything. It's not. If you love the person enough, unless you just tired, unless you in some sort of abusive, beaten down, bat hitting, broomstick knocking, I don't know. But if you in something like that, I can understand why you're saying, okay, it's enough. I'm done. It's too late. This cannot be fixed. I'm tired of going to work with the black eyes, wearing my shades all day long. I'm tired of him pulling up, chasing me down the highway, and I'm only going to work. Where you going? Where you jumping on top of my car? Let me tell you, I've seen some craziness out here because of trust or insecurity issues. So you stay with that insecure person because you're trying to prove something to them. You can't fix them. You cannot fix an insecure person. Don't let their issues become yours that you have to fix them. You can't. You cannot fix them. They have to want to love and trust the person, and open heart, have an open heart to the person that they want to be with. You can't pull your past into my future. You can't. And I'm not going to allow you to do that. That I have to turn around and fix what she did or fix what he did. Relationships don't work like that. You have to come in whole. You have to come in wanting. It's a must. You have to. God knows what's right around the corner, but we may not see it. But you still have to keep moving. Move forward. Continue to grow. Continue to love, and love on you. If they're not loving you, you must love you. Don't let depression set in. Don't let any negative thoughts set in. You have to start loving yourself. If no one else is going to love you, you better love you. You shouldn't have to expect people to love you. You love you. I love you. You can call me. I tell you all day I love you. I play on all of y'all phones. I love y'all. Just so you can hear, I love you. Yeah, I love you. You know, and there are people who hide. They hide their wounds. They go out here, they faking it to make it every day because they don't want anyone to see. They don't want anyone to see the hurt. They don't want anyone to see what they're going through. No one wants to tell their wounded stories, their war stories, because that's what it feels like, a war. My heart has been through a war. My mind has been through war. I can't think. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Everything is a war. Everything is a war. It's like my mind. I just need someone to just help me get through. There are people who want to talk to someone, and guess what? They don't know who to talk to because people always throw up the past. People gonna always say, "Wow, well, you said, this is what you did back then. This is what you said this and you said that. I want to be here, but I can't do what my brother say. My brother says money will cause people to stay trapped. Absolutely. That is so true. People will stay because of money, because they think it's better. Is that going to make you happy? You're going to be miserable. Men and women who are rich, have money, and it's always like the woman is miserable because she's at home being a wife at home, taking care of the kids, cooking your meals, making sure everything is good. But guess what? She's not happy because he's never there or she's never there. I mean, we've seen so many movies on things like that. Even like the movie The Family That Prays. Look how often she was coming home with company cars, big $200,000 bank accounts, and you're an accountant and you got $200,000 in your bank account in 3 months. I mean, and it's real because there are people out here who are really going through that. They want to stay because they like the lifestyle. If you want to stay in something for money, don't complain. If you want love, then go after what you want and make sure he understands that it's not just about money for you. But if you make him think, hey, I got you this big mansion of a house, you driving a car you want to drive, you were okay then. But now you realize it's not enough because it gets old. It gets old. How many cars can you get every 6 months to a year? How much of a wardrobe can you really? Come on. Purses, shoes, jewelry. Come on, stop. That gets old because then you're going to want so much more. You're going to eventually want more. What do you do when your mate wants to talk to you all day long and you both work and they don't want to talk to nobody else but they don't want to talk to no one else but them all day long and get mad because I don't want to talk to him all day? Like, let me miss you or have some time for myself, God, or fam. I know a couple, as I was saying, I know couples like that. And I once you have the conversation with him, tell him how you feel. Tell him, baby, I just left you. Just give me a few minutes to miss you. I just want to come home and just like, there's my hubby. I miss you, baby. Let me have that emotions going inside out. Let me just, still get the butterflies because, I don't want us to get old. I don't want us to get stale. I don't want this because when phone calls stop coming or I stop answering or you're going to assume all the wrong things. So let me just love on you a little bit. Come on. Let me just, let's just, when we come home together, let's talk about our day. We don't have anything to talk about. We talk about it through the whole day. I'm on the phone with you all day. This is going on. Oh, I have to go get these files. I'll be right back. I got to go do this. I have to go do this. Come on. It's nothing to talk about over the dinner table because you already did it. You already done all of that. And don't get mad. It's nothing to get mad over. It really isn't. You know who I am. If you know who I am, then you have nothing to worry about. You know the woman that you're dating or you're marrying. You have nothing to worry about. Or is that an insecurity issue within him or her? Our eyes are in front because God wants us to look forward. Absolutely. We can't change what already happened, but we can make a difference in what's happening now and in the future. Our future is greater than our past. Wow. And I truly believe that. I really believe that. My mom, Proverbs 18:22, who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. We have strayed away from the word and his will. Yes, absolutely. But we have so many people out here chasing. Women, stop chasing. We can create our own happiness. I agree. What is my husband saying? I think we are using the wrong term. Instead of a soul mate, it should be an assigned mate. Oh, I like that, baby. I like that. Eve was assigned to Adam. I can talk about that all night. I'm sure you can. I'll let you do that on your show. Love you. Yes. And I agree that God will bring the right person that he has for you. But you have to make room and get rid of what's in front of you so he can come. Because he can't come if there's blockage there. If the tree falls down in the road, you can't go through it. So far as I'm concerned, let go of the issues and the problems so God can bring forth to you what he has in store for you. Your steps were ordered a long time ago. He already knew who he had for you a long time ago. It is us who get in our own way and think, oh, tall, dark, and handsome, 6 feet. Oh, he got the body, he got the abs. What makes you think that's the man that God has for you? Why do you assume that that's him? Because of the way he looked? Or she got the curvy figure, the nice this, the nice that, and she looks like this, pretty face, pretty hair, pretty. What makes you think that's the one that God has for you? We don't know. We only assuming that that's what God has for us. Oh, God told me. Why? Because of the way he looked? No, stop. Love yourself. And wait on God. That's the best advice I can give to anyone. Wait on God. Well, I want to know who is assigned to me because I'm still waiting. Well, guess what, my sister? You keep waiting until he comes. Don't find him yourself. Don't go looking for yourself. So, no. So, just stand still and you will see the power of God. When he moves and when he puts it together, there's no stopping it. Can no one distract him, do this? No one will be able to come for him or you. Because guess what? Guess whose hand in it? You already know. God's hand is who's in it. So no temptation can overtake him, take him or her, because she's already yours. Everything that you're going through tonight, everything that has been happening in your life, if you feel like you're one of those people that's stuck in the relationship, now is the time to communicate because life is too short. We have no time to sit up here and wait and continue to go through the things that we're going through. This hurt, this pain, this depression, these things will kill you. It will cause so many illnesses to your body because you can't move and you're always thinking. Your mind is always wondering. You can't sleep. You can't eat. And the ones who can eat, guess what? They become obese. The ones who can't eat, they get skinny, they get sick, their bones start to freak. You have to wake up and love yourself and let go of the toxic relationships. You have to. It's not worth it. It's not worth your soul. You are here for God. God created you. Go back to your maker. Go back to the one who can help you and who can fix you. No man, no woman out here can fix you. A healthy relationship is what we all want, is what we all inquire. A healthy relationship keeps the doors open, the windows wide open, plenty of air is circulating through, no one feels trapped. Relationships thrive in this environment. Keep your doors and windows open. If the person is meant to be in your life, all the open doors and windows in the world would not make them leave. Trust the truth. That is my time. I am Lady Lisa Flanagan, and I really hope that you enjoyed this program. I really hope that I was able to help someone. Hopefully soon my chat line will be coming out so you can have the number to call me and talk to me, because sometimes people don't want to talk to family. They rather talk to someone else who really don't know them and who will tell them their truth. Some friends don't tell the truth. They just make you think that what you're doing is okay, and it's not okay. The fellas, the women, the singles, everyone, sometimes your family. Everyone don't always tell you the truth. Girl, you right, and knowing that you're wrong. But you need to know the truth, and you need to hear the truth. But that's my time. If please support this program tonight via Cash App, $ Futures World. I am your host, Lady Lisa Flanagan, and I thank you for joining me. You guys have been great. That is my time. Love you. See you soon.
You're now listening to It's the Big Effect Show. It's the Big Effect Show. It's the Big Effect.